But Hoyle says he hated writing. He blames school because he never really explored your creativity when it came to writing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think school. I think I would have loved writing no matter what. But I think I honestly kind of discovered it because of school. I wasn't supposed to, but I remember.
I wasn't supposed to. I know I'm not supposed to like it, but
No, because I remember what here. I'm not sure if you recall this very well, but when I was young, I wanted to be a writer a lot when I was young, and then I sort of didn't for a while, and I started looking into other things, and now I've kind of come full circle to wanting to be a writer again. But when I was young, I remember back in like elementary school, we had like these journal things that were supposed to write compositions and whatnot into. Also, compositions, it's a dumb word for at least the way it's used in the school context. Like a composition could be anything. That could literally be anything. But
I had to learn competition. I had to learn composition when I was drawing, and I was like, sure.
Yeah, that's the same. It's a very open word.
Yeah,
but
it can mean pretty much anything that's organized.
Yeah, but anyway,
anything that is composed.
We had like these composition notebooks we were supposed to use in elementary school, and I'm sure we were supposed to use it for some sort of assignments as we got it, or maybe like take notes on some stuff, or maybe just have a calm Bob Ross writing session with yourself.
No
What I ended up using for was I just wrote a bunch of short stories, and I would do that all the time, and that was sort of, I don't know, that was sort of my thing. And I'm not sure if any of those still exist anymore, any of those notebooks, but I would probably cringe looking back at them now, because like kid me, like, I don't know, I didn't know how to create anything original, I guess, and I just sort of did like fan versions of things that I like. Now that I realize now, looking back at it. But anyway, so let's finish the story here. Let's finish the story. So this is the last event here.
I want to tell you my writing story, because I have a writing story.
You have a writing story? All right, tell it while we're just hanging out here. There, let's get personal.
No. You finish yours, I'm gonna tell mine.
Well, I already finished mine.
Oh, okay.
That was just it. That was like my first foray, my first taste into the creative process, or what I now recognize as the creative process. But at the time, it was just something that I did. Like I didn't know not to do that. You know what I mean? Which is, I wish I had that drive now, cause you grow up and now it's just like, I don't want to write. I mean, like I want to create stuff, but it's like it's work, And now like you just get lazy, and it's just like, yeah, it's not something you intuitively do anymore.
Okay, so here's my writing story. Let's see, where do I begin? I just broke that.
Yeah, what writing story do you have?
All right, so
I'm confused.
When I was in school, as most people do, they are pretty much forced to write, right?
Yeah.
You're in English class and you're like, all right, you want to pass the English class, you got to write something.
Something.
If you want to do good on like your, I don't know, what the SATs or whatever.
You only have to do that once.
Yeah, but you got to write, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so sometime in elementary school, I remember I wrote an essay. I don't remember what it was for. I have no idea what it was about. And I got like an award for it or something. And I was like, cool! Yeah, I got like this little stupid award saying like, hey, you wrote a good thing. I'm sure it was terrible. I'm sure it was absolutely like horrid.
Well, says the thing is, when he was in school, he didn't care about writing. Most of the essays didn't really allow you to be creative, so you never really explored your creativity. That's a big thing too, is they try to give you a formula, so to speak. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, in order to write a good essay, you just got to do this, and this, and if you don't do this, and this, then you're doing it wrong.
Exactly. Which is what that essay that I wrote was. It was like, it wasn't anything good. I just followed the, like, what do you call it?
You did what you were told.
Yeah,
Which is essentially, how you gotta get by. How you gotta get by in school.
Like,
you just gotta kiss major butt.
It was 3 paragraphs, an introductory sentence, and a closing sentence, and details in the middle.
Yeah,
That's
it's exact formula. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's what it's the standardization, and really,
you're pretty much saying the same 3 sentences in 12 different ways.
Essentially,
like looking back on it, it's really dumb. But so I kept that kind of like, I like writing, like thing throughout, and I was like writing on my own, mostly poetry and like song lyrics and stuff. And I actually was in a couple of bands when I was
You were in a couple of bands.
I was in a couple of bands. We weren't any good, but it's okay. We weren't trying to be good.
You actually had that experience when they go through their teenage years and they're supposed to join a band or whatever.
Yeah. So I was in a couple of bands, and I wrote a bunch of like lyrics and songs and like really stupid stuff like that, where it's like it completely throws
just the creative element.
No, it's 100% the creative element, and it throws structure out the window.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah. This was when you really started to get in touch with your creative side.
Yeah, my creative side, and I was what you call one of those like goth emo kids, where I don't know, whichever one makes more sense at the time.
Yeah.
So like I had a
whatever they call them.
I had like text documents just full of.
Yeah. Do you have any of those anymore?
I still have them. They're all in my drives. I've compiled them into one document, and it's like 15 pages long, I think.
15 pages of emotions.
It's 15 pages of emotions with 3 columns in each page. So
wow.
Yeah, I wrote a lot.
That's a lot of text.
I wrote a lot. So when it came to high school and it came to time to doing tests and things where you had to do some more of that writing with
formulaic
structure, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I think my entire high school career, I wrote a grand total of 2 essays. Maybe not even that. Maybe even like 1.5. But the amount of essays that you have to write for high school, it's quite a little bit. There's there's 4 years of high school. Each year you have English class, and for English class maybe you have to write like 5 essays a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't do that. I straight up said no. I'm not gonna be a part of your system. For like the SAT and stuff like that, when you're supposed to write an essay for that, I was like, I'm not gonna be a part of your system. I'm not gonna write an essay for this. That's dumb. Writing's stupid. So I didn't. And I still passed, and I still did pretty amazing.
Well, I've honestly, in my experience, I mean, the SAT is hard to fail.
It's really hard. Well, I mean, you have to try.
Well, I mean, here's but I didn't do a grandiose amount of studying for it, and I still did decent enough to get you into, pretty much any non-Ivy League college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember I was super nervous about it because I was a strict academic, is what I pretty much made myself into, and yeah, I knew how important the SATs were, but also according to the SATs, writing is my worst subject.
That's stupid.
Yeah, but what do they know? Probably because I didn't conform to their system. A number can't account for how much I love to write, though.
Yeah.
For pretty much my whole life. In fact, I would go as far as to say a lot of trouble. Not necessarily a lot of trouble, but I think I've spent a good amount of my life trying. I don't mean to get too existential here, but I've spent a good amount of my life trying to avoid the fact that I'm a writer, and I think I could have saved a whole lot of trouble by accepting that earlier on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling, but
yeah,
I don't know what the SAT says my best subject is, but it's probably like math or
probably. Well, I mean,
what's that really dumb section where it's like critical thinking, like it's an actual section. Like I think that might be one of my like biggest things, but it's literally just thinking.
Yeah, right.
Like there is no critical thinking. There's critical thinking and not thinking.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, let's get back to the story of the Minecraft saga here.
So here we are.
That was a little personal information.
Yeah.
We went a little personal there, but we had to say our 2 cents about creativity and the arts and our own journey through it, because Hoyle seems to be embarking on that path himself now.
I straight up hated
and that's cool
writing,
though.
And now I don't write at all.
Well, at least you found your place in the visual arts.
Yes. Put me in front of Photoshop and I'll
or give you a camera or anything like that.
And the movement arts. Oh my gosh, the movement arts.
Yeah, that's true.
If you have a body,
too.
If you've got one of those things, you're set to go on like all sorts of artistic journeys.
Yeah, pretty much. It's crazy how much the human body is capable of, as you've discovered.
Yes. I love the human body. I wish I could have 2. I'm not joking.
That's an interesting request. I don't know if I've heard that one
I'm not joking.
before.
I wish I could have 2. I want 2. But anyway, so
yeah,
here we are.
Full power and respect to creatives from us.
Yeah.
I mean that's what life's about.
Being awesome and creative.
Expressing yourself.
Expressing yourself as you be yourself.
Your
body? What's that? Now I'm just imagining like this ectoplasm Hoyle just slumped on a chair, just like.
Ectoplasm. He's like, I don't have one of those. I'm a jellyfish.